Mostly sunny with love in the air on Valentine's Day Friday. Good Thursday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, we hit 51 today very early in the morning. It was an upside down day thanks to the passage of a cold front, so 51 occurred just before and exactly 10 minutes prior to 7 a.m. Now, that wasn't the case everywhere. It was probably much sooner in the morning for Crossville because it came in the colder air from west to east. We saw a high of 50 very early in Oak Ridge, and it was 54 very early in Sevierville and Pigeon Forge. High temperature came close to normal, but that 6:50 a.m. time, don't you love the fact that McGee-Tyson Airport keeps these numbers for us? So you could tell, yeah, it was kind of an upside down day because 43 occurred just before 4 p.m. And we did receive 0.17 inches of rain today, and that gives us a grand total of 2.51 since Monday. 2.5 inches, and we're going to add more over the weekend, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a glorious day for Valentine's Day. In fact, we've been down now as of 9 o'clock, down to 36 in Knoxville, 29 in Wartburg, and can you believe it? It's 26. Crossville has fallen 10 degrees colder than Knoxville, and people like to complain, why does Crossville get snow and we get rain? Because they're colder, man. That's kind of what happens. When it's colder, it tends to snow more in parts of the plateau. It's just the way winter rolls. And if you're thinking about tomorrow, isn't tomorrow going to be so sweet? It's so sweet because it's going to be sunny, mostly sunny. Maybe you've got some roses in your future. There could be somebody that's going to give you roses tomorrow and you didn't know it. Oh, and that will make your day. So here's a virtual rose for you. Maybe you're hungry for some chocolates. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I don't like that one, but that one. Can I have that one? Or maybe you prefer this. You know, it's like Forrest Gump used to say. It's you never know what you're going to get. A box of chocolates, it's just sweet. It is sweet. And if there's love in the air, it's even sweeter. But you might be trying to avoid the arrows that Cupid's firing. You're like, I don't want to be tied down. If that's your thing, that's okay. Just get through the holiday. It'll pass. But by the way, so are these clouds. They're moving out tonight. They're moving out, so we're going to find mostly clear skies, and we'll be dropping down into the 20s. The 20s. High wind watch, though, for late Friday through 4 a.m. Sunday. The National Weather Service in Morristown has winds gusting around 70. That could take out trees, and that could take out power. Power outages is also on the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels traffic, so another benefit there. And in addition to getting Pete's traffic reports, you can also check in on the power outages. Gusts around Cove Mountain, estimated by the Weather Service, could be around 80 plus. So higher gusts could be found in some locations, but generally south winds 20 to 35 during that time. Now, I did mention 0.17 was what we received in terms of rainfall early this morning. So that gives us a grand total of 3.60. And the grand total so far this week has been 2.51, 2.5. So if we get another inch or two, we're going to be in that range that I threw out there early on social media. I said 4.5 to 6, not 8, like I heard other places, not 9. No, that's too much. Don't swing for the fences. 4.5 to 6 seem reasonable to me. And most of that heavier rain will be north towards, say, like Jamestown. Maybe north of Jellicoe. Most of it's going to be found as we head into Saturday, Sunday, but the good news is nothing tomorrow. And the drought monitor, while it is a very useful tool, this one not so much, because the data that they take in stops at 7 a.m. on Tuesday, which means the 2.5 inches of rain we've gotten this week, most of it wasn't factored in. So what good is that? I mean, this does show you where it's been exceedingly dry in the red areas, the extreme drought, a week ago, but we're really not going to get the true effect, at least from their report, until next Thursday, a week from today. Because then that rain that we had Tuesday, Wednesday will be factored in. It takes a little bit of time for the supercomputers to process all of the moisture and the soil moisture and the content. So you've got, basically, we have a severe drought in Knoxville proper, in Maryville, in Gatlinburg as well. Things have improved dramatically, however, for Claiborne County. There is not, I repeat, not a drought situation in most parts of Claiborne or even Hancock County. It looks pretty good there, as seen improvement. Still a brown area in Greenville, Jefferson City. That's the moderate drought. And where things get really dire would be maybe in places like Wartburg, Fairfield Glade, Crab Orchard, under extreme drought conditions. Really, since last autumn, it's been pretty bad there. And then if you look at Carnes, Farragut, Hardin Valley, Knoxville, Friendsville, Alcoa, all in Oak Ridge, all under a severe drought as of the last report, which came out this morning. But again, it doesn't factor in the Tuesday, Wednesday rains because when they have to start the calculations, they stop the data at 7 a.m. Tuesday. So they missed out on the 2.5. What will that do? Will it change? I think it will. It'll make a bigger impact. So I think you'll see some of the rains that come in this weekend combined with what we had this week will be drought-busting rains in the longer run or bigger picture. Still some very dry areas around the country. I know Las Vegas is a desert, but even by desert standards, they're under an extreme drought in red in Vegas. So what does that tell you? Really bad conditions out there. Now, the flood watch has expanded. What do I mean by that? It means that the National Weather Service in Morristown has come to play along with the Weather Service in Nashville, because this morning it was just Cumberland and just Fentress County. But now we've added Morgan, Scott, we've added Campbell, we've added Claiborne, and also Hancock County for the flood watch late Friday night to noon Sunday. Another 2 inches potentially could fall in some of these areas. That's the concern. But when you look at the Weather Prediction Center, which is another division of NOAA, because the Drought Monitor is a NOAA product, the Weather Prediction Center tries to pinpoint where flash flooding may occur. And when you see red, it usually means numerous. And you could look at this map for Saturday and go, man, I think Knoxville's included in that. Yeah, they think it's possible. They kind of split, 7-10 split right down Knox County. So if you're on the north side, yeah, you're probably under the moderate risk for numerous flash flooding. If you're on the south side, maybe just scattered. I mean, if this were to be taken literally, we would all need to be on guard for more flooding over the weekend, particularly Saturday night, and early Sunday morning. But I digress. We'll get ahead of that and look at rainfall total, future rainfall in a moment. The ultimate Doppler radar, not seeing much other than the flood watches in green, the high wind watch that's highlighted in the Smokies, and really a dry scan as we had the rain early this morning. But if you are hungry tonight, Marcos.com, may I suggest, a great place to go because they deliver. Hardin Valley, Farragut, Maryville. They've got locations in Fountain City, Halls, Oak Ridge. You can find a location in Middlebrook Pike, Ebenezer Road, and they do give back to East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Love it. Their magnificent pizza has the old-style pepperoni. Love it. Less than $10. And if you want a little extra, maybe your deluxe appetite for Italian sausage, pepperoni, mushrooms, green peppers, and onions. Doesn't that sound so good? Our original sauce, they say, and the signature 3 cheeses. You can find on the deluxe at marcos.com. Check them out. They are open late. By the way, you've got snow still falling across and downwind of the Great Lakes in New York State, Pennsylvania, parts of New England, and further west, they've got more snow, too, across parts of the Rockies. Winter weather has not disappeared at all. Still dealing with flooding. River flooding is why all those little green polygons have populated the deep south. They've been reeling from all the rain that's come in over the last 24 to 36 hours in some cases. But if you look at the big picture, I mean the big picture, you say winter's there, when's it going to come here? Well, the answer is pretty soon. I say less than 4 days. In less than 4 days, you're going to feel like, yeah, man, it's winter. Who said we were going to be in the 70s? See what happened? We're doing a flipperoo. It's changing. The whole switcheroo is the whole weather pattern is changing. Now, as far as the rainfall, nothing to see through tomorrow because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. We got love in the air. We don't have rain in the air. That's good. That's good. But once we move into Saturday, keep the clock moving, our virtual rain gauges start to populate. And by the time we hit 5 o'clock, well, lo and behold, some of the models keep most of the rain north toward La Follette, toward Oneida, toward Jamestown. And this one is probably lesser than some other models I've seen. So I'm leaving a 60% chance of rain on Saturday, fully aware that the heaviest will likely be north of Nashville, north of Jamestown, north of Middlesboro. Really from Bowling Green up towards central Kentucky, toward Lexington. They're going to find heavier rains there in yellow, and that usually suggests over 2 inches in yellow over those areas in Kentucky. And it'll eventually fill in with the cold front, so we end up finishing, another inch, maybe another 1.5 inches in Jamestown, if this were to verify. And if you get another 1.5 inches to the 2.5 that we've already had, well, that's 4 inches. So we're pretty close, but nowhere near the swinging for the fences that some other venues were telling you. They were telling you, I heard 8, I heard 7, I heard 9. Well, that's you heard wrong. We're just not getting that kind of rain this week. And thankfully, we got 2 dry days between the events, so it gives our sewer drains a chance to catch up. So that's a good sign there, too. So now, headlines. Let's summarize it. Mostly sunny, love in the air tomorrow. Tomorrow is a special day, guys. If you need to get a card or if you have to make a card, that's a big winner. You don't even have to spend money. Just make a card, and you'll win some cool points, I think, with a significant other. Showers and storms Saturday. Most of them north. Rain and storms come into flakes on Sunday. And look at that. Colder sunshine for Washington's birthday, which means banks are closed, post office closed, and in many cases, schools are closed. Now, when I say that the way February started is not the way it's going to end, I couldn't be more accurate with that picture. Look at this. We had a record high on the 4th when it was 73 degrees. Now, yesterday was, 48? The day before that was 43. So we've seen a big reversal in terms of temperature. Sure, we hit 51 today, but the fact that we're going to be moving after Valentine's Day, as we get closer to President's Day, some of that cold Arctic air is going to have its effects known here. Meanwhile, temperatures as of 9 o'clock tonight, look at this, 9 o'clock tonight, they're in the single digits right now in Minneapolis. Right now it's 2 in Bismarck. They were like negative 23 this morning. Just insanely cold across parts of Bismarck, North Dakota in the last couple of days. I'm sure, even by their standards, that seems a bit extreme. And it still feels like it's negative 8 in Bismarck, feels like it's negative 4 in Madison, Wisconsin. So you don't have to look far to find winter. The question is, how quickly does it get here? It wants to move north toward Montreal, at least in the short term, because I have us in the 60s. That's right, 60s on Saturday. It does warm up. But then the red arrows disappear, and hello, winter, it's back. Cold enough for snow. Are you saying we're going to see some flakes on Sunday? Yeah, we could, especially in the Smokies. But will it get down to the real purple areas? Because the purple usually represents single-digit wind chills and temperatures in the teens. And by that point, eventually it may be modified, but we will be saying hello to winter and even possibly some measurable snow down the road. Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow really getting active. Not much here on Friday, but Saturday is when things start to light up in the deep south. By Friday night, that's after many of you have had dinner and maybe a movie, there could be some isolated thunder in Jellicoe and La Follette. Not severe thunder, just general variety in the light shade of green. But once we move into Saturday, where in the world did that come from? Look at that. That orange could mean tornadoes. Yeah, it could. It could mean tornadoes. Numerous severe storms are going to populate from Shreveport to Monroe to Jackson, Mississippi. If you got family there, I hope they have some way to get weather notifications, whether from a NOAA weather radio or a Captain Accurate weather app, because mine's still going to work right through next week till next Friday, the 21st. It still will work. Now, you have Nashville under the concern on Saturday for scattered severe storms, as is the Southern Valley, as is Memphis. That's what the yellows would indicate. And where it's dark green, we can anticipate isolated severe storms. That means wind gusts around 60, possibly some hail. We could have all of that on Saturday for the drama that is this next storm system. High pressure, though, tonight moves across Kentucky. We have a beautiful day tomorrow, a few high, thin cirrus clouds. That would be about it. We head into Friday night. Maybe some precipitation advances like so. 4:30, it's already moving into Chattanooga and maybe the Southern Valley. But by the time you wake up Saturday, it starts to pick up. And I do have us about now 80% chance of rain, most of it heading to the north. I feel bad for Roanoke because they keep getting under the pink blobs. The pink paint bombs represent freezing rain and sleet. And they've been plagued by that for the last couple of days up there in Roanoke, Virginia. My heart breaks for them. But now we're going to continue to see some rain begin to redevelop late Saturday night, Sunday. Our heaviest rains come in with the front, like you see here, and it sweeps to the east. By the time the sun comes up, changes back to snowflakes of the horseshoe variety. What is the horseshoe? Well, it kind of looks like a horseshoe. Someone has to like to play cornhole. It doesn't look like a cornhole. It looks like a horseshoe. And if you play cornhole, all the power to you. But if you're playing horseshoes, you see how the Smokies have snow? Well, they get some wimpy amounts, right? If you're in the plateau, even less. And if you're in southeast Kentucky, you get some nuisance flakes. In Knoxville, you get a nothing burger. Not much to see. And it's like, I don't even know why they mentioned it. It's because it's going to be all around us. Tomorrow morning, maybe a little fog, perhaps in the foothills and Smokies, but not much more than that. I think tomorrow will be okay. Beautiful day. Just make sure you bundle up. Don't leave the jacket at home because you're going to want it in the morning. 24 now for the low. Mostly clear, colder with some frost to greet you, so you might have to do some scraping. But if you like 19, everybody go to Jamestown. You like 18 degrees, everybody pile into Crater City. Middlesboro should be about 18 degrees. And yes, that's their nickname, Crater City. And 22 in La Follette, about 21 Kingston, 20 in Wartburg. That's cold air. That's more like winter. Normal low this time of year is like 33. So we're going to be significantly colder than average. Tomorrow, though, love is in the air, mostly sunny. Winds out of the northeast 5 to 10. Should make it to 49 for Knoxville. Morristown could squeeze out a few low 50s from Newport to Sevierville. Even Tellico Plains on the board for 53 tomorrow, while they struggle to reach 47 in Crossville and Lake Tansy. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. Yes, it does get warmer on Saturday, but that's a misleading trend because by Sunday, those 59 temperatures come right as the sun is coming up, and it goes down to 25 as the rain changes over to some flakes. President's Day looks dry, 42, and mid-40s for Tuesday, Wednesday. But we'll be watching. I think Wednesday night, Thursday, we could get some wet snow, and there's a good chance, if all goes according to plan, measurable snow in Knoxville. Oh, you didn't just say that. Yeah, well, I'm going out of business tomorrow, so it's okay. It's okay. No, I really think we could get some snow that's measurable on Thursday. Thursday is the, what day is that? The 20th. Yeah, the 20th of February. I think we get some measurable snow. Now, I won't be actively here, but my app will still work to the 21st. So you can actually check the app, see if you're under a winter weather advisory. But we'll be watching Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday, for the possibility of some measurable snow. By the way, speaking of the Captain Accurate Weather app, with Pete Michaels Traffic, the best traffic reporter in town, who on earth would argue that? He's been flying around in a Cessna since the 1970s, and Pete knows this area like the back of his hand. He does such a great job and has a wonderful team that works alongside him. But Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play, the app still works right through the 21st, which is Friday, and then it's going to slowly disappear. And then I would urge you to follow me at my new location, which will be in Norfolk, Virginia, but you can use our app. It's the WTKR News 3 First Warning Weather. WTKR News 3 First Warning Weather. Will be happy to join that team. I start on the 24th of February and I appreciate all of the support you all have given me, not only this week, this month, or this year, but I've been here 15 years. It is a bittersweet saying goodbye, but I don't want to say goodbye. I just want to say thank you for your thoughts and prayers and appreciate the support you've shown me, ongoing support, as I start a brand new adventure. So I appreciate all the well wishes that you've passed along, and I will miss you too, for sure. Well, my name is David Aldrich. It's not easy being accurate. We'll see you here next time in the morning. Take care.